I was asked today how testRTC can be used to actually review the results and find out why something went wrong. And there are different ways of doing that. I wanted to show an example on AppRTC, which is one of these test scripts that are there on every new account inside testRTC. AppRTC is the Google Hello World example for WebRTC. It's a peer-to-peer service, and Google is throttling the access to the turn servers. They are throttling access because they don't want people to abuse it. Okay. Now, the test script is quite simple. It goes to AppRTC, and then there's, going through the motion here. I'm not going to go through that in this specific video, and I'm not even going to run because I've got, an execution here that went wrong about a week ago. So let's, dive into this one. So if I go into the test result, it's like everything is 0, nothing is here. Probe 1 has an error of no WebRTC data collected, not good. And you can see that both probes in this test failed. So let's go to the first one because this is where we're directed to. This is the first probe. There is no data, but we can see here that testRTC immediately captured issues that we've had. There is a Nightwatch error here, but then there's a browser error here. This is a browser log that gets collected, and we see an error. Like network traversal, Google API, failure to load resource 403. So we've got a server error that seems reasonable that because of that the call doesn't get connected. Let's see what happens in the media tab because we take screenshots there. So I'll click on this one, and you can see that when I'm alone in the call, there's this message here. No turn servers. Unlikely that media will traverse networks. If this persists, please blah, 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 blah. Okay, so essentially what this tells me is that there are no turn servers. What does that mean exactly? I'll go to Advanced WebRTC Analytics to check that out. If I go here, I can see that the iServers list is empty. There is nothing there. No turn server, but also no stan server. Okay, so when Google throttles turn, they also throttle stan. This is probably a bug. They might fix it or they might not. If you go down and scroll down a bit, we see that we go from checking to disconnected on the ICE candidate set, on the ICE connection state. And the only candidate pair that we have is host to host, which is unlikely to work. Okay, especially not if the machines that were used for this test are ones in West US and the other in East US. Okay. We can also see the same here. We can see that the ICE connection failed, and we can see, all the process of getting there. So this essentially told us why the error went. Okay. So what did we see? We've seen that with testRTC in the high-level view, we immediately surface the problem, okay, as well as who is the cause of that problem. We can drill down between the probes to understand what goes on there. We again surface specific issues that we find immediately over here. You've got the screenshots, you have performance data of the machines, and there are additional logs that I can go and explore. What testRTC tries to do is to surface everything and bubble everything up so you can find in the fastest way possible the problem and go and solve that. Okay? This is up on you, but we are facilitating that process to make it as easy as possible. Thank you.